Hi, I'm Stuart Ball. Welcome to this lesson on pentatonics. Now, I'm hoping we're going to learn two things today. We're going to start learning the pentatonic positions, or at least my way of doing it. And we're also going to do what's called breaking out of the box. But do remember, the box is pretty excellent and you can get some great sounds out of it. So don't be in too much of a hurry to get out of it just for the sake of going somewhere else. If you think of it like this, just meandering around the streets doing nothing is still just meandering around the streets doing nothing. Sometimes having a destination, may it be short and simple, is a good thing. Anyway, let's get right on with it. And before I do, you'll notice I'm wearing a Guitar Star t-shirt. If you would like to support this video and support me, support the company, it is guitarstarclothing.co.uk. Okay, so there's a zillion places that you can learn the pentatonic positions, but the problem is you'll kind of end up learning position 1, and then you learn position 2, and we're in A here, by the way, and then let's just go to 3. And you don't necessarily know that this here is the same as this here. It's just an octave below. And so the positions can become somewhat divorced from each other. And you think, well, I know these licks in this position, and these licks in this position, and these licks in this position. And, you know, so it can sometimes not run together particularly well. The way I like to do it, especially if you're just getting into this stuff, is start very, very simply. And I like to start with 2 notes. And we're in the key of A here, A minor, A blues. And we're going to take this C note, which is 8th fret on the high E string. And we're going to do a blues bend. And the way that we do that is we kind of just push it up. And it's really a feel thing. It's not a full semitone, 1 fret. It's not a full tone. It's that Robert Plant type of thing, you know, the blues thing. And there's a couple of ways you can cut it off. I cut it off normally with the palm of my right hand, or sometimes you can just lift the fingers of your left hand off. But I tend to do a little bit of both. So anyway, you want to try and get that sound. That's not super important to start with, but once you've got that, you can then resolve it to the A there, which is on the 5th fret, high E string. And I use a little bit of slapback delay. I've also got another delay on top of that. And a lot of guitar players, blues and country guys do that. And part of the reason is it doesn't sound quite as flat if those notes are separate. That delay, that reverb, that slapback helps. Okay, so we have our 8 high E to our 5 high E. Now the first thing I'm going to do is say, okay, so where else could I put this A note? Where's the next available place going up where I can play that same note? And it is in fact 10 on the B. So instead of having this, we have this. So if we're doing that regular blues thing, we can find a way to break out of that first box. And you've got a little lick there. And you'll probably recognize this type of idea from rock and roll. And basically it's just a very quick slide from that 5 high E up to 10 on the B. So now, so if we wanted to go from position 1, which this would be, to position 2, which this would be, a very easy way to break out. And we're back. Okay, so where is, say for example, the next place we could play this C? Well, it would be on this 13B. So now instead of having this, you've basically got exactly the same lick, but now we're in position 3. But I wouldn't really even worry about that for now. Just think about the fact that you've gone. Okay, so we've gone 8 high E to 5 high E. We've gone 8 high E to 10B. And we've gone 13B to 10 on the B, and we've basically played the same thing every time. Now, if you're like someone, see, you take Eric Johnson, who will kind of swear blind that the batteries in this hairdryer, sound different to the batteries in this hairdryer and make his hair go slightly more, bouffant or whatever. This is a guy, and I totally agree with where he's coming from, that, this is a totally different. And, music is really, for me, about emotional response. And this is a different emotional response. If you want to sound, like, say, for example, you wanted to play that lick, you wanted to kind of decrease the tension, as it were, you might go. Whichever way you want to do it. Okay, so let's move up to the next position, see what else we can do. So we've done this, we've done this, and we've done this. Now the next available C that we just played is going to be this 13B again, but this time let's find another A note which is still on one of the top two strings, the B and the E string. Now when people play this lick, they normally resolve downwards, but you don't have to do that. It's quite acceptable to resolve it above. And so basically, if you think about that, I'm doing exactly the same thing note-wise. C, C, A, C, C, A. A little blues lick at the end there. So you can see that we've got now a different kind of effect that we can make. And as you get into this stuff, you'll find that there's a lot more of this. And I'm just doing the same thing, but we're going to get into that in the subsequent parts. Okay, so there's the C. We're going to bend that up to the A. And the next available situation, shall we say, will be up here. And this is going to be the 20th fret to the 17th fret. High E. Okay? So we're doing that blues bend on that 20th fret. And we're resolving it down to that A on the 17 high E. So now, just using that one simple idea, we can basically work our way from the top of the neck to the bottom of the neck. Now, probably not going to get a Grammy for that, but the bottom line is we are moving around, and as we nail that, we've got a really good framework that we can use. So in other words, and we'll cover this in other lessons, but now we've got this. If we decide to add another note to it, let's add this 5th fret, this E note on the 5th fret B string. And that's only with 3 notes. And I'm not doing, as you can see, there's one camera. I'm doing this completely as I go. And, with a bit of work, I'm sure I can get it better as you can. And there's maybe some combinations here that I've missed. And don't be afraid to do a bend here. And then do your resolution there. Okay guys, so work on those ideas. That is going from the C to the A, and of course you can transpose these into the other positions. It's just really important to, and actually just before I go, you can make a little exercise out of this. You can make a few exercises out of it. I always strongly suggest you make your own exercises. You can go I'll put an extra note in there, but you see what I mean. You could go from here. Make up your own exercises so that you can move from the bottom to the top to the bottom, and then we'll stick in some more notes in subsequent lessons, and we'll start looking at other ideas. And if any of you are interested in buying a t-shirt, guitarstarclothing.co.uk. If you want to hit me up for a Skype lesson, it is stuartball5150@gmail.com, and I will get in touch with you and we'll figure something out. And hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. Have fun, have a great time. Talk to you soon.